seem to have a pretty good idea of what to give your friends, your family, but what about those you might not know so well? It can be tough to know how to give gifts to people you work with, or maybe people who serve our country through the military. But Christine Chen from Global Professional Protocol is here and luckily has some advice for us to help us out on this one. I think giving at work is tough because you know, you don't want to give too much, you want to give the right thing, and we can go on and on with this. So where do you begin if you don't know someone too well, but you want to give them something?
Right. Well, at the office, actually, you don't have to give a gift to your boss, because sometimes if you give a gift to the boss, it looks like you're trying to kiss up.
Trying to suck up,
right,
yes.
Right. So, but if you're in an office where maybe there's just one or two, that's fine. But give something that, gift cards are in now.
Right.
I know it used to be that was an etiquette no-no, but everybody loves a gift card. Give a gift card, or go together. If you really want to get the boss something and you have a large group, go together and get something so everybody feels good about it and the boss feels good about it too.
And you make a good point about that, because if you work in a, you know, not so small office, where does the giving stop and start? Because if you gave someone, you know, you sit next to them and you give them a gift and someone else sees this and then you don't want to make others feel bad, but I mean, we all have budgets, so how do you rein that in?
Right. Well, that's the key. You don't want to break your budget. That's like the big first thing you have to consider. Right. And if you are in a big office, and let's say you are very close to a few people, give the gifts off office hours. Leave the office to give them. Don't give them in front of other people, unless you're giving to everybody, cookie baskets or whatever to everybody. But yeah, so you want to make sure, the goal is to maintain relationships. After the holidays, you want to make sure everybody still feels happy with you. And
do it in private,
yes,
so you don't have to deal with any of those things. Let's talk about do's and don'ts in the office with gifts. What are some don'ts that come to mind?
All right, the don'ts. No lingerie, nothing sexual. You don't want to do that.
Good call on that.
Right. No alcohol, because some companies actually.
We've already violated that here.
So, okay. And
you were saying some companies go on?
Some companies do prohibit that. Okay. And so you want to be very careful about that. And then also, you don't want to give gifts that are too personal, like cologne or perfume. And then you want to be culturally sensitive. If you're working with people that celebrate in other ways, you want to be careful that you're not giving something that would be offensive.
Okay. What are some do's do you think people don't think about? You had mentioned the cookie basket and different baking escapades that way. What are some other ones?
Well, I think it's nice to make it personal. And today, people are trying to make things more personal, trying to keep the budget down. And even people will think, oh, I don't want to just give a note. But I'll tell you, some people are not thanked all year long. And especially those that serve you, like your hairdresser, your trash collector, even your mailman. But you do have to be careful with the postal, with anybody in the government. You have to give something $20 or less for them and no cash. But you know, you can write a note to let them know how much you appreciate their service.
It goes a long way.
It does.
Let's talk about people in your life, like your hairdresser, your dry cleaner, somebody you might see all the time. They know you by name. Maybe there's people that know you by name and you don't know them by name, but you see them enough. I mean, we have those all in our lives that you forget about too.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to give something, like a hairdresser. If you can afford it, it's nice to give them a gift equivalent to one haircut. Or your nanny, a gift that's equivalent to 1 week's salary. A babysitter, 1 night's salary. Things like that that show that I really appreciate you and I care about you. And if you are giving money, don't give a check. Give nice, new, crisp bills. It's a really nice way to say I thank you for your service.
Yeah, and then it's a nice little touch. And gift cards are always everyone's best friend. You can get what you want.
Exactly.
I do want to talk about, as far as if someone gives you a gift and you aren't ready to give back with the gift. Maybe you're surprised by it. How do you handle this one?
Just graciously. You know, we've all been in that situation. The last thing you want to say is, oh, I have a gift for you. I'm going to bring it tomorrow or next week. Right. Just say thank you.
But I think many people feel guilty, and it's not that they didn't want to give one, but that comes out of their mouths.
Right. You feel guilty, but you don't need to. If you really are that type of person that I just need to reciprocate, keep a little gift pantry with things that you know that you could give to somebody. Maybe it's lotion or soap or candles are a great gift. So things like that. that you can quickly give to another person. But you do not have to. You just graciously say thank you.
Okay, that's the hard one.
I
think that's a hard one for a lot of people in the office, you know? The unexpected could always get you. Christine, thanks so much and happy holidays.
Oh, you're welcome. You too.
Thank you. Up next, we are going to be talking about something you've been talking about. Is that a good tease enough for that? I'm going to talk about someone's insensitive comments and what everybody's saying about them. That's next.